regular season game for Philadelphia, and he has 2 goals in this series against Quebec. Ron Sutter kicks it in, and it's left for Pat Price. He goes cross ice, and we have a whistle, and here we go. Just 22 seconds into the game, Moeller and Tocchet going at it. Moeller for Quebec and Rick Tocchet for Philadelphia.
Well, that started way behind the play, and as you can see, they're still going at it. Number 21, Randy Moeller for Quebec, was just trying to get his arm free, and you can see that he finally did get that arm free and has let go with a few good punches there on the head of Rick Tocchet. So this game starts very early, very similar to the Chicago and Edmonton game the other night that started.
Lindsey Carson shoots it in. Here's Ron Sutter along with Flash 4. They collide. Flash 4 bangs it off the boards. Carson keeps it in lane in front. Save Gosla as he smothers the shot by Rich Sutter. Here is Sutter, who has his twin brother Ron in front of the net. The screen again, you see Quebec taking those long shots. Moeller side of the net. Stastny, though, turned around. Goulet right in front. Anton Stastny. Great save by Lindbergh. Got the stick glove up there as Anton Stastny tried to break out of his scoring slump. Could not be set up any better than that. So the goalies now tied. One great save apiece. Gosla eats that one up.
I think that's safe.
From Quebec City, you're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on USA. No score in the first period, and we'll be right back. Sauvé wheeling with Patterson on him. Sauvé showing his strength in front. The shot, save! I believe it was blocked by a defenseman as Peter Stastny looking for the open net.
The Nordiques showing pretty good signs that they really mean business tonight, and that's interesting considering the fact that Michel Bergeron told me before the game that he really felt good about tonight's game. Let's watch it. The Nordiques really around the net, and there's Peter Stastny, number 26, all alone. He goes to his backhand, but
Todd Bergen onto the stick of Craven. Cross ice to Derek Smith with 7 minutes left in this first period. No score. 2-on-1 for the Nordiques. Gillis with Anton Stastny. Gillis shoots. Save. Rebound. Swept away by Hospodar. With the open net for Sutter. Nothing subtle about it. So we'll see if Hospodar gets some focus now by the Quebec Nordiques. Penalties are being assessed. Ten-minute misconducts to offside whistle will give us a face-off outside the Quebec line with 4 seconds to go. So Price not worrying about the puck and knocks Zessel off his feet. Cannot play without is Dale Hunter. And now a fight. Jimmy Mann on the ice squaring off against Joe Patterson. 2 players who spent most of the year in the minor leagues up here for the playoffs. The puck was dropped again. Bergeron putting Jimmy Mann on after the altercation or the shot that knocked Stastny down, and he goes for Joe Patterson with 2 seconds left in the first period. The linesmen will let these 2 heavyweights go. As you see, Sweet Knox and Kevin Collins just surveying the scene, looking for their moment. Patterson without the helmet. Jimmy Mann losing his. Mann gets in with a right uppercut. And now the linesmen go in and try to separate the 2. Mann, who is known as an enforcer, he is there for protection for the Quebec Nordiques. And Joe Patterson, who certainly can rough it up, but he's turned scorer in this series. He has 2 goals for the Flyers against the Nordiques. All this happening with just 2 seconds left in the first period.
Have been booing on the power play, so they're going to continue.
Flyers have 3 power play goals in each of the last 2 games. Here is Howe. He fires. Blocked in front. Crossman with the open net. Cote blocked that. Power play goals then Goulet. Tim Kerr of the Flyers. Desperately missed. Goulet. Back it goes to Marois. Returns to Goulet. Cross ice. Score! Sauvé creeps in from the point. Quebec.
Pretty play that finally paid off. Marois from the point. He just looked. Goulet could have taken the shot, but instead he saw Sauvé moving in from that right point position. And watch, Goulet's got his head up here. He really had Lindbergh thinking. Was he going to shoot or was he going to pass? Well, as soon as he elected to pass, and we'll see it from this high-angle camera, Sauvé caught Lindbergh coming from his right to his left. Lindbergh couldn't quite move fast enough. Sauvé took the pass and shot it right away.
Sauvé, who had 13 goals during the regular season, 8 on it.
And they're going to sit in the penalty box right now. 2 minutes, both for roughing. 17:20 was the time.
Poland backhand in front. Kick save. Rebound. Howe blocked in front by the defense. Here is Crossman at the point. He fires. The tip just wide off the stick of Brian Propp. As the Flyers putting the heat on, looking for the tying goal. Peter Stastny revving it up out of his own zone. Onto the stick of Mauer. Back to Stastny, who is flying. He goes outside. And an offside was called. Back the other way comes Howe. 3-on-2 for the Flyers. Howe takes it himself. Over the line. It goes to Poland. Poland. Crossman shoots, and it's wide. Propp kicked out. Rebound in front. Still loose in front. And cleared. Fraser, the referee, had his eye on it all along and never blew it down. 39 seconds left in the second period. Here's Bergen out of the penalty box. He rifles that heavy shot wide. Dropped the backhand as Gosselin comes out and steers that one aside. 25 seconds left. And an offside up Quebec. 1-0. The Nordiques leading. Trying to take a 3-2 advantage into Philadelphia. On Thursday night, right in front, score! Joe Patterson. Patterson, who's been in front of the net all night long, and he ties it up.
Well, he just tapped that puck in. Watch, Gosselin was out of his net. He tried to clear that puck. He cleared it all right, but right to number 2, Mark Howe. Watch where number 28, Patterson, comes into the picture. He is right into the crease. On top of the crease anyway. Here he gets the pass. Boom. Just tips it very easily past Gosselin. And the Flyers finally score on a power play opportunity.
Patterson scores his 3rd goal in the series against Quebec. Score for Quebec. And Maxwell now lugs it out onto the stick of Anton Stastny. Here's Peter all alone. He can't jam it in. Ran out of room.
There's where that reach really pays off, but not quite for Peter Stastny. Just a brilliant move. Watch how it was set up, and watch the way that Peter Stastny goes in. He picks up the pass here. He picks it up on his wrong side, really. And as you can see that Lindbergh
hit by Anton Stastny. That was Zezel taking a run at Stastny. 12.5 minutes left in this 3rd period. 1-1 the score, the Flyers and the Nordiques. Flashmore. Now Hospodar goes down as a penalty had been called. Took a shot apparently from Peter Stastny.
Well, first of all, Hospodar had taken a stick right to Anton Stastny's face, and Peter, coming back behind the play, saw what was happening and then retaliated by giving Hospodar a little of the same.
Remember earlier in the game, Stastny and Hospodar had traded sticks right in front of the net. And Stastny, who has become more and more frustrated with the sticks that he has been getting during the playoffs. He already has amassed 29 stitches to his face in the playoffs.
Let's watch and see how that happens. Anton Stastny there just put on the block, but you could see that Hospodar came around and really came across with the stick, and then Peter Stastny, who had seen the action take place, then he retaliated against Hospodar. As a Quebec Nordiques extra defenseman, he has got good control of that stick of his. He likes to use it. He shoots that puck around the boards with some force. There's the long shot, and you could see that Gosselin didn't have to save. It was hit.
Stastny. His long pass ahead is deflected and right into the stick of Mark Howe. Anton Stastny goes in, puts on the brakes to Sauvé. He shoots, hits the post. Marsh being banged into the boards by Paymont. It comes in front, the race for it, and Price slaps it into the corner. Now it comes out to center. Craven headmans to Prop. He has Craven all alone in front. He goes in, scores! Murray Craven streaking out and gets the pass and puts it off the glove of Gosselin and in.
Well, this really changes things. Prop just feeding that pass over. Watch, Craven really took it. First of all, because he was coming in from the right wing side on the left and shot, he just took that pass and was in pretty good position to let it go.
Gosselin got a piece of it with the glove, the stick glove.
Well, you can see from way up top, it wasn't easy for Craven to be able to take that pass in the first place. He was a little off balance and coming from that right wing side. He kind of had to lean back a bit, but once he got possession of that puck, he couldn't have been in a better scoring position.
Murray Craven, just his third goal in the playoffs, set up by Brian Prop at 15:01. He won it all the way by Sinicello. Paymont takes it in, puts on the brakes, his shot, and Lindbergh right on top of it. Paymont, side of the net, in front, Goulet, scores! But it won't count! It is waved off by Kerry Fraser. No goal!
Well, this is going to be interesting. Lemieux arguing with Kerry Fraser right now. Goulet still insists it's a goal. Let's watch closely. Great job by Bell keeping that puck in, but let's focus our attention right here in front of the net. Goulet, when that puck comes out, it went off of his skate, his right skate, directed into the net, and as a result, Kerry Fraser has said no goal. Now let's watch it one more time. Difficult to tell from that angle. You don't really get an opportunity to see Goulet, just the after the fact. Let's watch it from the upstairs angle, see whether or not you can tell. I think that Goulet was really going off balance and turning around when that puck hit his skate, so very difficult decision for referee Kerry Fraser to make.
Well, what happens on this case, it appeared that Joe Inisova will Gosselin leave the net. It is Goulet to Peter Stastny. He has Sova. Stastny moves in, right in front. And Lindbergh looking for the puck.
No, I thought Peter Stastny was going to do it again for the Quebec Nordiques.
There's the culprit, Brian Prop, sitting in the penalty box, and he hopes he'll be there for the rest of the game.
Well, Bergeron now does have his goaltender out in favor of the extra attacker, and you're always questionable in doing this because of the fact that when the Flyers are doing the penalty right now, they can just throw that puck down the ice, no icing, and if they hustle after it, even if they don't hit the net, there's no goaltender in there to protect.
Here's Marois, shoots, save, rebound, save Lindbergh. So Lindbergh comes up with two saves the other way, and that should do it. 5 seconds left. Maxwell back for it. 2 seconds, 1 second. There is the siren. The Philadelphia Flyers with 2 goals in this third period come back in Quebec to beat the Nordiques by the score of 2-1 and take a 3-2 advantage back home to Philadelphia on Thursday night. The shots on goal in this third period, the Nordiques with 13, the Flyers with 9. So the total shots on goal for the game, the Nordiques with 31 and the Flyers with 21. Coming up, our mobile player of the game will be joining Al Trautwig as the happy Philadelphia Flyers skate off the ice, hugging their goaltender, Pelle Lindbergh, who stood up to the Nordiques tonight. The final score.